Welcome, welcome, welcome back. We are going to go over everything that we took away from Dr. Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural. You want to stick around and listen to what we have to say because some of the reference points that were brought up in this section that we just went over, they're mind blowing. The understanding of heart coherence and how we can affect change internally that dictates the external. This is something you're not going to want to miss. Stick around to hear what everybody on the team thought. And if you do indeed love everything that you heard, please smash that subscribe button. But let's get directly into it. I mean, Caleb, do you want to be the first person that tells us exactly what you took away, things that resonated with you and what you learned? He's writing down notes right now. So we'll go to Josh Ruber. Josh Ruber, we'll start with you.
Hey, what's up?
What's
So
up?
honestly, dude, that was heat. I love everything about becoming supernatural because it's like they say, realizing the body and what you are is unlimited. And I think that is huge for everybody to know because even the people who believe that they're stuck, you're not stuck. You may be stuck right now for the moment, but you're not stuck forever. And you need to know that because tomorrow can be different and the next day can be better. And the next week can be the best week of your life. And that's how crazy it is, just living life in, an energy where basically anything is possible because you're so positive about it and you're so inviting. Therefore, everything that you want to happen will come to you. It's all just in a matter of time. And I really love that because, every single, no matter, even if I have a bad day, I know that, hey, today was a bad day. What did I take from today? What did I learn? What can I improve on to make it not happen again? And so I go through life just nowadays, just thinking, okay, yeah, tomorrow I may have not gotten it right, but tomorrow I will. Or, today I may not have gotten it right, but tomorrow I will. And therefore, next week, I'll be able to teach what happened. You know what I mean? Because that's how well and basically how much you can improve on the situation that you were in the beginning. And like I said, guys, life is unlimited and just keep on living because tomorrow will be better.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing. As you were talking, I was just thinking of me being in the crowd, right? There's 10,000 people to my left and there's 10,000 people to my right or right and left, right? I did that opposite, but I was just literally envisioning you talking to a massive audience. And it was very intriguing, very interesting, and
I
very
felt it. I
amazing to
felt it.
live
That's for
out, bro.
sure.
But absolutely, dude. Everything that you said, I resonated with as well, dude. I'm so happy to have you here. And yeah, we can get so stuck up in our ways, can't
We
we?
really can.
It's so easy to fall into the delusion that everything is falling, right? That things are
It is.
going as negatively as we're perceiving them to go, when in reality, it's not going negative because if we look at it from a different perspective, dude, our worst day is somebody's best. Like if we
Exactly.
really
It
look
really
at
is. It really is.
exactly right,
I,
so it's
I can't tell myself I had bad days looking at the whole world when I look at them anymore.
exactly,
They weren't
exactly.
bad days. They were just days to learn a lesson. That's all it was now.
Totally agree, man. Totally agree. We'll go to Caleb. Caleb, you done taking notes and everything?
Yeah. So they actually talked about mass heart disease, which is something that I've experienced a little bit in my own life, with some heart problems myself, and they actually talked about how you can change this, and they really talked about also, and a big thing that they claimed that the heart was that it could actually influence emotions, that it could actually influence and emotions with what am I hold on, give me like 2 seconds. um okay, so we know that the heart is beyond its obvious role in sustaining life. It's an organ that is capable of influencing feelings and emotions. Okay, so now if the heart can influence feelings and emotions with mind heart coherence, we can actually change our heart and our whole environment, no matter the external environment, we can always be at peace, and we can always create a positive impact if we are then using HMI's research that proves this. They actually said with a feeling or emotion, we can change our biological energy, and we can change our energy. If we can change our energy, we can change our lives. So now if we're using that mind heart coherence, and then using that through intention and thought, we can actually change our lives. We can actually change our circumstance, no matter our outside environment. We can change the whole paradigm, and go on a parabolic level to the top. So that's really what I took away.
Love it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, just the idea of healing yourself from the inside out, and mixing that elevated emotion with the right intention, right? The way that they were able to articulate that, I've never heard it said the way that Joe Dispenza says it, and it's just so easy to comprehend and actually apply the things that we're learning. So I'm grateful, and I'm so grateful that you were here to share that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Will Cameron, you're up next, man. What was your biggest takeaway?
I think something that sat with me is how clear how clear this information was to societies of the past. They talked about all of these old civilizations, some hundreds of years, some thousands of years old, that were also heavily invested in this information and understood how to apply it in certain facets. I don't know if that's really a takeaway, but I think that's extremely fascinating, because it shows that this has been part of humanity's interaction, I guess, with this world, on a level more than just the physical. And I think the fact that it goes back that far is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was the way that civilizations rose up from like the ashes, right? Like there has to be somebody or something that's all knowing, and that all knowing power literally can, like, just think about the concept and the idea of interstellar, right? They were able to go from one dimension and basically pass a message through specific objects. Or I mean, the more that I think about the way we actually comprehend and understand the law of attraction, all of these things, it's as if like there's some other being, a being connected to who we are, that's like navigating, playing like a video game, saying this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to download in order to get to level 10, where you want to go. And so like that information presents itself to you, but like that information was always there. It's interesting. It's very, very, very weird to think about, but it's very, very, very interesting. But thank you for sharing, Will Cameron. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Jesse, you might be muted, bro. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good. You're good. You're
Yeah.
good.
So I was catching a little bit here and there. It's because I was taking care of my kids at the same time.
All good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but I did hear a little bit more of the heart disease part.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think about that? What were your thoughts about it?
Just a bit shocking, because my parents get on me all the time. They're like, "Hey, you gotta watch what you eat because of the heart disease and stuff." So,
Yeah, that was a shocking statistic to find out that it's did they say that it was the number one?
It is not the
Yeah.
number one. I'm gonna let you know right now. It's not the number one,
Okay, so this guy Cap.
but it's up there.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because that when he threw that statistic out there, I was like, wait, what? But yeah, it is interesting to find out just how much can come of heart disease or any type of ailment, and and the statistics behind it, though. I mean, I didn't know that one was incorrect, but shit.
No, it wasn't incorrect. He said the verbiage was it's one of the highest, and it is.
Oh, okay.
But it's not.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Well, we'll go to Chris Cruz. Chris Cruz, what was your biggest takeaway?
Shoo, sheesh. Number one, if you don't smash that subscribe button, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are those?
B, what are you doing? What are those, bro? B, jacket's tight, dude. C, also, I'm very honest. So it just plays into how I feel about it. It almost like when you hear these things, it just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna run you through my mind. There's no way. There's no way, right? There's no way none of this stuff is real. There's no way that he's lying, right? But here's the funny thing. And in my face, I've seen it though. Some of this information, a lot of guys, they broke down exactly like what he was saying, but I'm how I feel right now. When I'm hearing these stories, I'm hearing people with diseases and illnesses, literally thinking. I want everybody to understand this, listening to this. Thinking. You were trying to decipher why I'm so good at talking right now. You're thinking unconsciously. You do it 24 hours a day. You're telling me something that I do literally in my sleep. I can conjure energy. I can mold reality. And now I can cure diseases. So the reason I interjected with the whole thing with it's not the number one, because of what I do. I know what the number one is. The number one cause is, in America at least, is diet. And then that's probably like top 5 is stress for heart attacks and stuff. So when he said that statistic, it was like, yeah, there are other reasons and stuff. And it's like, I attacked one area and then thinking of stress, that, people are really dying because they're stressed out. So why is it so crazy for me to understand that I can change my mindset to save my life? But when I'm reading statistics on a regular basis to help me with my business, it makes perfect sense that somebody's mindset could kill them. Like, why doesn't that make sense to me? And then that's when it came to me. Dude, like, reality that I've been taught is an absolute lie. For anybody that's listening to this, we've implemented a lot of these things actively. We talk, everybody in this group, we talk literally daily. And we've seen progression that we cannot explain. We can literally not explain. I woke up the other day and conjured a thought that I would do something dope. And I literally exceeded that out of a thought alone. And you can cure illness. You can change your world physically. So I'm more mind blown right now. This is just really crazy to understand. And there was a part of me that was just like, lies. But then I turn around and look at my life and I look at what's going on and I'm like, it's not, it's literally not. And it's a part of the issue as well. Understanding that this information, like, guys, try it. Like, get into the idea of meditating. Try it. Get into your mind. Master your mind. Master these things that he's talking about. You guys have to be here every week, because I'm telling you personally, if I'm saying, man, this don't even sound right, but then I could turn around and be like, well, I have to stop because I know it works. I've done it. I've seen it myself. It's just insane. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like reality has been a lie, and it's about time that I started changing reality for myself.
Dude, right there with you, right there with you, right there with you, bro. Dude, when they're explaining these stories, the first thing that I say, even though I know it's true, is this is a lie.
Right.
Like, even though I know it's a fact, the first thing that I think is this isn't true. And then I have to walk myself off the ledge to say, Seven, just listen, just listen, just listen. It's true. It's factual. This actually happened. But yeah, people are creating miraculous things for themselves in their everyday lives, dude. Just regular people, right? It doesn't always have to be monetary. In fact, it's better to be able to manifest inside of health, inside of peace, inside of fulfillment. being able to do those things is what really allows people to take control of their lives. And it's so impactful. So having this book club, right? Being able to establish reference points over our lives to get a better understanding of how we can live a better life, how we can live a more empowered life, how we can get everything that we say that we want, right? Everything that we say that we want, it's all inside of the knowledge that we are seeking, right? It's all inside of everything that's coming at us every single day with the meetings that we have, right? Thank you for sharing, Chris. We'll go on. Last but certainly not least, Kelly Schuyler.
So at one point, he was giving us the story about the woman who would do a practice and feel amazing, but then her body would take over and kind of like revert back to its natural habits, or like its programming, until she did it enough times where her mind overpowered her body. And so this, I mean, he's talked about it plenty of times throughout the book, but it's just another reminder how important it is to stay resilient towards your practices, to manage your mind over your body, and realize that it's not going to be something that happens with one meditation or one day of practicing it. This takes consistency, and just overall, like when you're like fighting your body's program to gain control of your mind again, there's going to be a little bit of, hesitation and resistance that's happened. So that's why you're not going to feel better. You might feel better within that next 24 hours, but it won't last unless you continually practice.
Totally agree. Practice makes perfect. They even said it in this book. I highlighted it. Let's see where they said it. Oh, Caleb read it out too, but what we have found in researching and studying the many facets of heart coherence is that we can, in fact, regulate our internal states independent of the conditions in our external environment. Just like developing any skill, voluntary creating heart coherence requires knowledge, application, and practice. So it really comes down to how serious we take this, right? Ronaldo Perez this morning was talking about the idea of us cutting corners. This is the exact exercise in which we do not want to cut a single corner. In fact, we want to sit in a room, right? Finding our present moment and practicing everything that they say that we should practice. Just for a year, seeing if it works, right? In fact, not even for a year, bro. Try for 90 days. 90 days. Go all in, don't cut any corners, and really find your peace, right? But I just want to say I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys being here, going over this content, and really getting a good understanding together about what it is to attract the life that we want, how we can live at peace, and how we can create simple solutions to the world's most complex problems together.